Good morning everyone, it's Sharon from Pentangle.com here. Today I thought I would show you my latest project, which is a stitch roll which I have just finished. And what I'm going to do is show you the roll so that you get to have a look at it, and then I'm going to go back through the project and tell you how I did things. So it's a quick look so you know what you're looking at. It was a lot of fun. It was a slow stitch type project. Which needs a spool to wind it around, because as you can see it's getting creased already. Okay, so this of course is a doily, and these are all bullion knots worked in wool. These are also bullion knots worked in Pearl 8 cotton and beads. A little bit of herringbone, a little bit of running stitch. This is oyster stitch, same with this here. And then I've got beads around there. Suffolk puffs. This is a little bit of gold wire from Goldwork. It was all, bent and horrible. So I just chopped it up in little bits and stitched it on. This is cork fabric. And then there's some wool felt discs. This is cast on stitch. Bit of lace. Woven spider's wheel. Herringbone on applique. This is running stitches. Bit of lace. Oyster stitch. Tatting. Braid buttons. This is a bit of lace, and I've just used satin stitch over these little bits here. I think you can see. I'll just bring it up to the camera and see if you can, so you can see the stitching. So these are the lace, and then it's stitched on with this sort of satin stitch, and I added some beads. I threaded some like knitting ribbon through here. This is a Suffolk puff, bullion knots, more cork fabric, some buttons that were of an interesting shape. This is like a threaded chain stitch just here. I'll bring it up close to the camera so that you can see the stitching. And more tatting, crochet lace, Suffolk puffs, another piece of tatting. This is a bit of cotton tape held on with herringbone stitch, and I just threaded the tape through this, which is a sort of toggle rather than a button. So I stitched along, threaded this on, and then carried on stitching. More embroidery here. These are little, I'll see if it comes up close. Oh, you need to be in focus. So these are little French knots, and then I'm not sure whether you can see it, but it's actually a little line of buttonhole or blanket stitch, depends on what you want to call it, holding that down, and then more buttonhole here with beads. And then a bit further on, it's going to have to drop back, I think. Around the edge of this here, this lace here, I did back stitch, little tiny back stitches. And there's one French knot in the middle. You can just see it. So these were just satin stitch bars, basically, that I laced. Some nice old lace there. And so we've got more bullion knots here. And then these are just felt discs. More bullion knots, buttonhole wheel, bit of satin stitch. This is whipped chain stitch. I'm not sure you'll be able to see it. It's only little. You can see, you know, by the size of the buttons. That's not very big. More cork fabric, a woolen disc thing, cast on stitch. And then here, bullion loops, little bit of detached, push that to the middle so you can see it, little bit of detached buttonhole there, more cast on stitch. And then more Suffolk puffs and more interlace. This is just lacing through satin stitch bars. These are bullion bars. I'll bring them up close to the camera. Perhaps you'll be able to see them. Hang on. There we go. They're only little, as you can see there. If you look at the size of the bead in comparison to how big they are. And then a prairie. Whatchamacallit? What do you call them? Prairie points. That's right. So that's my stitch roll. I have put some batting in it and just put some binding on it as well, because that's the way I am. I hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments. I enjoyed making it a lot. Thank you. Bye.